We got moms here, right? We got some moms. Clap if you're a mom. I feel like that's everyone. I feel like everybody here's a mom. That's cool. I always feel like I'm the only mom. But I don't know if this is what happened when you became a mom, but when I became a mom, everybody just assumed I'd be a good mom. I don't know that I am. I have Pinterest, so I see all those really good moms, So I know I'm not like the best mom, but I also read the news, so I know I'm not the worst mom. So I've decided that I'm like, the okayest mom. Just okay. And here's how I know I'm just the okayest mom. I lie to my children daily. My youngest son, I took him, I don't know if you have one of these. Do you guys have a Panera Bread anywhere? It's kind of like they've got bagels and sandwiches and soups and coffee. So I took him to the Panera Bread, but I lied. And I told him, this is called Chuck E. Cheese. He never begs to go to Chuck E. Cheese. He got invited to a birthday party. He's like, Mom, Aiden wants to have his 6th birthday at Chuck E. Cheese? I don't get it. I don't even like bagels that much. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a really lame party. You should probably skip it. I also, I'm gonna confess, we're in a church, so I confess, I did use the F word with my daughter, yeah. We spent the weekend together, we were camping, I just felt so close, I was just like, I feel like we can be friends. That was the F word, was friends. Also, another way I know I'm just like an okayest mom is I get parenting advice from the media. Maybe you guys have heard this one. When it's really hot outside, which could be any day in Oklahoma, I guess. But when it's really hot, if you don't want to forget a child in the back seat of like a hot car, they suggest putting something important back there with your child. Something more important than that being that you planned for at least 9 months, the last 9 months. You named after your grandma or grandpa, something more important than that. Put that back there. So I keep my cell phone in the back seat. I don't. I put my favorite child back there. All right, Junior, I need you to get in the back with your sisters. We don't have another incident. No. It was an incident-free summer. Yeah, you laugh, but I'm not in jail for that. So there's that. I love telling people my birth story. I guess this is a women's event. Usually it's the guys, sometimes the women. Usually the guys, their eyes get so big and you could see terror. And they're just frozen, what is she gonna say? But my last birth was very memorable. And by last, I mean final. Final birth. I'll never forget it. I went into the birthing suite and they had HGTV playing on the TV in there. And to this day, whenever House Hunters comes on, I do have a mild contraction. And you do not want to know what happens when I see a property brother. Those handy twins are everywhere, you guys. Trust me on that. My husband's not here. He is a stay-at-home dad. Well, just right now. And he just wants you to know that it was a traumatic birth, but he was most traumatized. My husband was the most traumatized. And I kind of agree with it because he had to watch me give birth without a working epidural. And my epidural wasn't working either. So. And this is actually not a joke. People think it's a joke. I'm not making this up. We actually had an emergency C-section without a working epidural. Okay, we'll just gloss over that. Don't think about it too much. It's not fun. And I just remember it finally being over. And I was just so relieved not to be pregnant anymore. And I remember holding our son and looking at him, like right in his face, and then looking at the floor where my husband's face was. And then back at our son and just being like, I don't know if this was worth it. Is this worth more than a cell phone? At least an Android, for sure. It was an emergency C-section without a working epidural, so when my friends found out, they were just like, are you gonna sue that doctor? Like, that doctor did a C-section, you didn't even have your epidural. I said, no, I'm not gonna sue the doctor that kept me alive and brought my son into this world, because that doctor gave me one of the greatest gifts. And that's the ability to hold something over my son's head for the rest of his natural born life. I'm Nicole Miller, and I am the Okayest Mom.